So, good morning. This is Maya Saric from Corporate Coach. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a farmer and a hunter. On the SIP scores, there's a different range for people who are capable of working alone, initiating a new activity, and improvising and being flexible when they're dealing with new and unpredictable situations. Farmers are, on the other hand, usually otherwise called account managers, people who deal with clients they know really, really well and have, or at least the company has had a really long and established reputation and relationship. You need to understand the client and comply with the processes that have come before you. So it's a really different sort of person who's capable of doing it that way, performing at a really detailed level to meet the client's expectations. You assume that one sort of salesperson is a variation of the other, but in fact they are very, very different people. So if you swap them around and you make a farmer take on a new business role, so you have somebody who's done a great job with account management with, the big ticket customers that we've got in our organisation. You need more customers. You think, right, well, Fred's a fabulous salesman. We'll send him out to get some new ones. But Fred's a fabulous existing customer salesman, and his patience and care and detail and thoroughness help him in that environment. But if he goes out and needs to improvise and deal with the unknown and shoot from the hip and be flexible and creative and all that stuff, which if he had more time to think and plan and prepare himself, he might be able to. And vice versa, if you've got a new business account manager who's been doing a great job with bringing in new customers, you often want to keep them with those customers because he brought them in or she brought them in, and the relationship has been started. And if you pull out too quickly, then clients get upset. If a hunter has then got too many customers to have any more time for hunting, and he ends up by default to be an account executive, they will not be as effective in growing those accounts as they were in getting them. So you really need a strategy to partner your very effective BDM so that the customer knows their account manager from the earliest days in the sales cycle, so that very naturally there's two people in the account from early in the process, and that when one of them slips out, it's not conceived by the customer as a desertion, that it is a process of natural and obvious transition. So the account manager style sales rep comes in as soon as the client is on board to participate in the sales process, not just as a gopher or a emergency contact person. As more and more of the process continues after the sale, it's natural that the account manager person is doing that part, and the BDM is attending 10% of the process. You need to have a transition. If the hunter does stay and the BDM does stay as a purely account manager person, they get lazy and lethargic and make mistakes. So their effectiveness drops. And everybody likes the idea of having a rest and not being out there. So they won't complain about having become account managers. And in fact, they might insist they, keep those accounts. But they're not going to be able to live up to that care or want to perform because they just don't have it in them. So whether you are a hunter or a farmer, you have the capacity to be extraordinary and make lots of money for yourself and your companies if you stick to the part and the style that is you. Understand your own style, stay with it, perfect it, and be extraordinary. So thanks for your time today. I look forward to speaking to you soon.